Hello, what's up? What's up? Looks like we're back in the lab again. I'm Josh Green, a serial entrepreneur and brand builder, and I wanted to talk to you today to give away some free game. I've helped so many companies with their ideas, from ideal to monetization, all the way up to scaling to several tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of dollars. Today, I am going to give you 5 free business ideas that you could launch in 2025 within 6 months and start making money. Now, I got this idea because I was just thinking my mind is always racing. I can't turn it off. And what better way than to, instead of jotting down the millions of things on paper, give these things away for free. Maybe I'll turn it into some kind of freestyle Friday and just go off the cuff and let people give some ideas and radioactive them back with a little more pull to them. But as I normally consult some clients for this service, I thought today I'd give away some free ideas. So why not? Let's get it going. The first idea that I had is someone could benefit greatly from launching a AI workflows agency. Now, we're all familiar with artificial intelligence. We're familiar with how fast it's changing. It's only getting better. It's speeding up, and you hear AI here, AI there. But what you don't know is that many small and mid-sized companies are often paying tens of thousands of dollars for AI, automations and workflows that they're trying to implement, and then they hit this barrier. They get stuck because the person that they hired built this bot, built this chat bot, built all these things, and they just give it to them, and then they say, oh, here's a 30-day manual, see you later. Well, what happens is they get stuck, and if something goes wrong, or they want to level it up, they are caught in this in-between, and at that point, they're probably not happy with the past agency, and they need something new. In walks the expert. In walks the AI workflows agency that says, hey, have you built AI? Have you have it handed off to you, but you're not sure what to do with it to take it to the next level? Let us come in and make it even better. That is easy money. It's something I would pay for, and I know other small businesses would pay for. So an ideal there doesn't cost much capital. All it costs is really requirement and expertise, and a great company with some great branding and some great informational videos out there, and they can jump on it. Another idea that I had and I jotted down is we live in a time where political climate is at an all-time high, but political awareness seems to be at a medium or a low. Many times people say they're frustrated. They don't know what's going on. They don't know how to read a bill from Congress, and bills are happening and passed every day. They don't know what's going on in their city. They don't know what's going on with the local town halls. A app, or not even an app, a website that was dedicated to political awareness, but made it fun, made it funky, made it engaging and allowed people to really get the deets. And then also you can take that and leverage your audience to actually get them to take action and get some leverage with your, local representatives and your federal representatives. I mean, that app, and you can charge money for a subscription-based model, a newsletter. You could middleman, maybe politicians or your local officials could request to be on there and donate to the site, and that money that could be used. Even you can have a nonprofit spin on it. Oh, there's so many good things to that. So a political awareness app, I'm not sure what you would call it, but there's an idea there for somebody if that interests you. Another idea that I think would be huge is a brand specifically focused on cosmetics and skincare and face care, but for men. Now, this is no slight to the women out there. I just think that the women are crushing it. They have been for a long time. Me, myself, my wife barely just got me to start having a face care routine a couple years ago. It's just not something most guys grew up with. I got blessed by my dad. I got some youthful genes. I got the glowing melanin, which is all good. But I didn't really have a routine. And honestly, I've tried a few things out there, but I just wish there was more. We just need more. So a brand that's really focused on men. If you know one, please share it in the comments or tag them, but I'd love for there to be more, and maybe with an edge. Maybe that's, screaming it from the mountaintops. We have a lot of aggregators that are in the middle, and they kind of do a bunch of men's health, covering the whole thing. But someone who says, I just care about your face, about the way that you look, and I have the products that are for you, I think that's missing and can be killer. So that's a good idea for someone who's interested in that. Another business that I love to think about, my parents are older. Okay, they're baby boomers. They boomed babies. They boomed me. And I think that this market is so untapped. There's so many things for them. I've been in the thresholds of helping take care of them with my family, and a lot of people in my family step up and do so much, but a lot of us are lost. This is new stuff for us. Like it's kind of like reverse aging, and then you have to start helping out more. And so a really, really good idea that I know is a constant complaint from several people that I know in their 30s, just like me, who say, hey, I'm trying to take care of my parent, but I wish I knew this resource. I wish I knew that. If somebody created a stay-at-home concierge for baby boomers, and this website, this person, this connector, helps to schedule with Social Security and make sure the money's coming in, helps to put all their healthcare items and their visits in one place, and really helps with this transitional period starting for, we don't want to say it, but death planning. And it can be a sad thing if you let it, but it also can be a beautiful thing if you say, hey, in 10 or 15 years, let's have some conversations now about how you'd like this to go. So when we get there, we're prepared. How many of you wish you could have had something like that if you have parents that are older who are either passed away or alive? Someone to help walk you through and find resources that are free and available for elders to help take care of them, help with caregivers, help with all that kinds of stuff with conditions that are specific to them. All this kind of stuff, if you had, consider it, like I said, a concierge. A lot of us think of the word concierge as just a 5-star hotel, but a concierge is someone who's there to help you. So that would be a great business idea. That's something I would buy. The ideal and how you would make money from it, again, it would be similar. You'd have a website. You can be getting paid from ads because the traffic from the articles and the content that you're putting out. But you could also be getting paid, of course, from the subscribers, the people that are helping you. And you just figure out your price points, how to make sure you're adding value and giving that to them, but they could benefit. So stay-at-home concierge. The last idea that I jotted down, and I'm giving away so much right now, so I hope you guys appreciate this. Let me know if this is helpful, is to start a software as a service platform, but for non-profits, and specifically to help them managing raising money and take care of the organization. Now, we all know organizations out there that ask for donations. That's a beautiful thing, but there seems to be some disconnect between the way they ask and how it's distributed and you seeing it in real time. Now, I don't expect me to give you $1 and a day later you say I spent the $1, but it often just seems that, the turnaround time to say, hey, we're doing great things, is like a year. A year later, they may have a banquet or they may have a newsletter. And wouldn't it be great if in real time you could see someone you donated, $100, and 2 weeks later they said $200 was given to this family in Peru, or this family in Ukraine, or this family in France, or Vietnam, or in Zanzibar, or in Burkina Faso. It'd be great to see in real time how those things are acted. And I think people would give more. I think it would be kind of a full connection if you can contact a nonprofit and give it to them at a price that's not hurting them. Figure out the freemium model. We give it to you for free and you pay for the extras. That would be a business, I think, in 2025, especially with all the automations, all the artificial intelligence that you can use to deploy into the technology. It could be a great thing. So I'm going to cap it there. There are 5 great business ideas that you can take into 2025. I won't call you later asking for royalties. I won't call you asking for trademark infringement. I'm going to call you later if you tell me that you did it and say, I'm so happy that you took the leap, you took the launch, you took the next step to do that. Happy to give you guys that, and hopefully that's helpful. This is Josh Green again. If you appreciate this content, check out the next video. Most importantly, outside of liking and subscribing, leave me a comment. Tell me what you're thinking, please. I'd love to hear it. All right, talk to you guys soon.